Is it a phase? Is this a phase? Is the sexual side of you that we're seeing a lot of right now something that's going to be here for a while and then move on to something else?
Well, I heard when you turn 40, things start to go a little less sexual. So
Don't say
probably
that.
around 40, around that time, I heard that's when people don't have sex anymore. So I guess maybe around then.
Do you know how old I am?
I'm going to guess 40. You don't.
I love you again.
Yeah, he got the compliment in the midst of all that. But she said it. Dr. Tiff's with us as well. There's Miley Cyrus, again, laying it out there. She's being funny. I mean, you know, she's joking around with Matt Lauer.
He asked the question.
He did.
He set her up for it.
Yeah,
so.
he did. But she says, and basically, and that's what's kicked off quite the firestorm. This isn't really an anti-Miley. It's more like, hey, what's going on in households around America and in relationships? That sex after 40, does the sex life kaput or not? What do you're not only are you an HLN contributor, psychotherapist, certified sex therapist as well.
Yeah.
Well, does the sex life go to pot or what?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think that, you know, your sex life actually gets more robust at 40. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. You're not afraid to tell people to stop doing that if you don't like it. So I think sex can be really, really fun, really great. Now, I can't say that there aren't any changes in your body. And certainly, we hear a lot of reports of people having a lot of dysfunction after 40. And so I can't say that that doesn't happen. It certainly does. But there are some workarounds, Mike. There are things that you can do to make things poppin' again.
Hold that thought. And we're going to take your calls, by the way. We'll get to some of the workarounds. 1-877-TEL-HLN is the number. And on the side that Dr. Tiff just mentioned, the robust side, we've got Suzanne Summers. Remember her? A great actress, by the way. Chrissy Snow from Three's Company fame.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's saying, hey, it's robust as all get out in my household. Let's listen.
Can I just ask you? How often do you have sex? Because I would like to know.
You really want to know?
Yes, I do.
And I don't want this to be unlikable or anything, but he's on hormones and I'm on hormones. And
If you say more than 3 times a week, I'm just going to go crazy.
a couple times a day.
Wow, they all went crazy. That was on the CBS show, The Talk.
Yeah.
Twice a day at age 68 for Suzanne Summers.
That is well above average for most people under 40, okay? So let alone, and we can all take our hats off. I'll take my weave off to that one. She is doing it, Mike, okay?
Wow.
And doing it well. There's something in those hormones, I tell you.
Okay, and again, she didn't divulge the hormones, but something's working. We'll say that.
Yeah, and
twice
who knows
a day.
what sex looks like for her, okay? It may be in the bed, 2 people like we really imagine it, or it could be oral sex. It could be a lot of different things. Who knows what she's doing, but she's doing it at least twice a day.
Okay, and again, we're going to take calls on this. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
Sex after 40, are you still kicking it or what? But the question I think a lot of, okay, how do you? Yes, there, you know, as we age, some changes need to be made. But what are some workarounds?
Well, okay, first you got to figure out why the sex is changing. So what I like to do is look at the biopsychosocial aspects, so the biological stuff. Are there hormonal changes? Are there medications that I'm on? You would be surprised how many medications actually affect our sexual functioning. So look at that. Look at the psychological. Is it fatigue? Is it that I'm not getting enough sleep? Is it that I'm depressed or anxious, or I'm worried about the economy, or I just got furloughed? You know, there's so many things that can affect our desire to have sex as well. And then you look at the social aspect. You look over at your partner and say, hey, this person that I'm married to, do I even like this person, you know? Because sometimes our bodies are talking to us and telling us we don't want to have sex, but really, we don't want to have sex with the person that we're having sex with.
So you need some changes.
Yeah,
on
some
both
major
sides.
changes, for sure.
Because here, and hold your thought on this one, but this is from the Huffington Post. 8 things people would rather have than sex: sleep, cell phones, compliments, a good slice of bacon. How about that one?
A slab of bacon.
Slab, thank you. Food in general, a lighter backpack. I don't get that one. The internet and youth, they want to be young again. So think about that. And again, we're going to take your calls. 1-877-TEL-HLN is the phone number. Sex life after 40, kaput or robust?
Robust.
We want to hear from you. Call us up. More coming up. Stay with us.